Red Hot Chili Peppers on the show. It's Rock 105.
This is too much.
This is too much for us.
I don't like this.
We're not old enough for this.
I don't like this.
Oh my God. We have new cameras in the studio.
Oh,
this is
this is
hysterical. We
weird.
don't know what we're doing.
You guys, does my hair always look like this?
Unfortunately.
What the?
Unfortunately.
Maybe you'll change it.
Oh.
Hey.
Doubtful. All right, it is time to see what is bothering him this week. It is time for Thor's Midweek Meltdown.
And now the show is happy to bring you.
I'm pissed about it. And Thor is out. Have some respect.
Thor's Midweek Meltdown. Thor's Midweek Meltdown.
You gonna meltdown about these new cameras?
I may.
I kind of want you to.
I'm flexing as hard.
I'm so distracted.
Bro, take a breath.
I'm flexing as hard as I can.
You're always on camera though. Like,
Because he's sucking it too.
okay, can you stop?
Okay.
You're making it even worse.
Yeah,
You
just
really
be
are.
normal, guy. Come on.
All right, what's
Okay.
going on?
So, I actually have two things. One, I want to get off my chest. I wasn't going to rant about this. I'm going to stand up now.
Oh,
Eddie,
no.
you got to stop making faces. Eddie keeps making faces into his
camera?
Yeah. Like he's 5 years old.
Oh, Eddie, that's you. Look. Oh, my God. That's wild.
So
Okay,
the first
sorry.
thing I'm going to rant about is, listen.
What?
Our phone screener, Jamie, he posts all my rants on Instagram.
Yeah, that's
on
why we
our
have
reels.
these new cameras.
The
Right?
show Rock 105.3.
Oh,
Awesome.
It's
shout
on our
out.
Insta reel. And, if you don't like the rants, don't listen.
What do you mean?
Well,
What's going
some
on?
comments have come up saying, "Oh, I'll listen to this and fast forward to the podcast. Thor's a douche.
Okay.
He's got
I
a
mean-
big
Sorry.
nose.
Sorry. I'm sorry for
I hate Thor." Well, you know
mean-
what? Don't listen.
Why-
You
wait,
you
you're
dweeb.
responding to
wait a
Well,
minute.
one guy in
comments?
particular I really didn't like, and I was
What-
going to
what-
respond,
what?
and I didn't. But I'm like, you know what? If you
Haters
don't like it,
gonna
don't
hate,
listen.
man.
Well, and
Haters
also
gonna
too,
hate.
if you hate it so much, but you comment,
Okay.
you idiot.
Again, I don't
So
think we
clearly
need,
you
I don't
listen.
think we need to take time out to
Okay.
do this.
Well, I
Settle
took
down.
time out to do
This
it.
is a little.
So I had to get that off my chest.
Did you
I had to get
really?
off my chest.
Really?
I got a lot of notes today.
Oh no.
Now,
don't like
I
two
did
pages?
say, just to be clear, this is not a political rant. I want to make this very clear because people could take it as a political rant, but it's
Oh,
not a
no.
political rant. My political feelings have nothing to do with this. Just to be clear.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So that being said, our phone screener Jamie, you're gonna have to cover your ears for this rant because I've hit a breaking point with a certain group of people.
What?
And this group of people have gotten to the point where I'm so annoyed. I can't take it anymore. I'm ranting about it on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the kids that just graduated college. I
mean, that
can't stand them anymore. Now, Jamie's an
graduated
exception.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Literally 2 weeks ago.
Jamie's an
State.
exception.
Why?
Jamie's an exception. And you'll find out why.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
find out why.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't stand them. Do I think graduating college is a great accomplishment? Of course I do. Congratulations. You guys did it. Now, that's where my likeness ends. Because
Wait a minute.
is there
What's
a
that?
bigger group of kids that think they have it all figured out and know what to do with life and everything than college kids?
Oh.
There's not a more entitled person on earth than a kid that just graduated college. They think they have it all figured out. They think they could do anything they want. And it's got to the point where it's ridiculous. They're walking out of graduations that they didn't pay for. I can't take it. And that's where it's political, but it's really not political.
Okay.
It's more about being annoyed that they didn't pay for this college. Listen, I know you've been told over the last 10 years that what you do impacts the world and how important you are.
You're very special.
Newsflash, you're not.
Oh,
and
my God.
if any one of these people given a commencement speech had any gonads, they would look at these kids and say, hey, 99% of you aren't going to make it. Maybe
in
1% of you
In
will.
life?
Maybe 1% of you will make it.
Who would say
Maybe.
that?
Most of you are going to fail. Most of you are going to start at the bottom, like our boy Jamie is.
That's what you're
He's
supposed to
starting
do.
at the bottom. He's picking up vanilla lattes. He's setting up cameras.
Yeah.
He's going to Taco Bell on Thursday. I applaud that.
Yeah.
But most college kids aren't going to want to do that. Most college kids are going to come in, they're going to have their 4-year degree. They're going to peacock around, thinking they run
why are you
everything,
doing
like
that?
they're the hot
Head
S in
gesture.
town.
Don't do that.
And then and they're gonna protest everything they want to do, and they're gonna think the world owes them because that's what they've been told their whole life. And then when they have to go pick up Taco Bell, they're gonna complain that they don't have a radio show yet. They're gonna be peacocking around.
Stop peacocking.
Yeah.
Stop peacocking.
And they're going to be, why don't I run Facebook yet? Why don't I run Meta? Why don't I have have my own TikTok? Why am I not blowing up? And then you know what they do after that?
What?
If they go home to mom and dad and cry and then say, you know what? I need to take a year off and I need to travel abroad. That's what I need to do because I need to figure myself out at 22 years old.
Oh.
Here's what you need to figure out. Get a job and shut up and work hard. That's what you need to do. Okay?
Oh.
And I can't stand it anymore with these entitled college kids. I can't take it. They're so entitled. Most of them don't even pay for their schooling. And they just keep going to more schooling because they don't know what they want to do. Oh. And then they start, this one really bothers me, Eddie. This one really bothers me, Eddie. They start a podcast and put it on their resume.
Here we go.
And act as if I have a podcast now. That's what I'm doing.
You've already done the podcast.
Yeah,
right?
you've done the podcast.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Eddie.
Oh.
Die here.
I don't disagree with him.
Really?
I don't really disagree with him. For the most part, he's right. I mean, he's a little extreme with.
You're a little extreme.
99% are going to fail. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's
When he was peacocking around, Eddie?
Yeah,
That's the fake
the
stat.
peacocking is a little weird.
Yeah, you're more like a chicken.
Yeah, it's really odd.
Yeah.
But that being said, if I went to 4 years and I got my fine arts degree, why am I not immediately owning a museum? Like, what is going on?
Thank you.
Like, that's not how life
Thank
works.
you.
Why isn't there a job for me immediately in the fine arts category?
Yep.
Like, I mean, like, what are we doing here? You
Yeah.
know, you're not going to immediately get a degree and then become the CEO. That's not how it works.
No.
And so, yeah, he is sort of right. But then, Thor, you have people. I don't want to name names. I'm maybe leaning in a certain direction.
I mean,
that are the cause of this.
What are you talking about?
Well, you have people that will say, maybe, after college, you could live in our ADU as long as you want.
Okay, no one has said that, and you guys are pointing directly at me.
Maybe you could live in our ADU as
I
long
did
as
not
you want.
say that.
And you don't have to pay
I did not
rent.
say that.
And you could do whatever you want.
No one has said
And
that.
I think parents need to tell your kids. I'll tell you what. Me and my wife, we tell if we ever have kids when they're
I don't
18.
think you ever will.
Well, we probably
You
won't.
probably
When they're 18, they have two options. You're either going to go to college or you're going to get a job and start paying rent. You ain't going to live here when you're 18 for free.
You know what I say?
Oh.
You're going to do both.
Oh,
You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out.
Okay, please don't do that. Please don't do that motion.
Sorry.
It's a lot. It's
This
a lot.
ain't no free ride.
No. This lesson that Eddie and I are giving you is free.
Wait,
Eddie and I.
I'm not doing the I'm not part of the meltdown.
Oh,
I'm
you
not-
are.
Yeah,
you
partner of
This-
the crime.
Have Eddie and I speak at colleges.
Wait, what?
And it
Hold
will
on.
be a fun.
God,
you won't hear a 45-minute commencement speech about bull crap from somebody from Fannie Mae that doesn't know what they're talking about. My sister's college, when she graduated from Maryland, it was like the Fannie Mae CEO.
Okay.
Like, what a terrible commencement
That's
speech.
huge.
No, that
It's a
is
big
kind of
deal.
massive.
God, how brutal is that? That's what they got.
Okay.
Give Eddie and I
No,
10
I
minutes.
don't wanna do that.
5 minutes each to tell you that you're a loser.
No, I don't
You're
do
not
that.
going to
I don't
accomplish
do
anything.
No.
And you need to start from the bottom and work your way up.
We have a recent college graduate sitting right here.
Yeah.
Jamie, your thoughts on what Thor has been saying here about college graduates?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Stop it, Jamie.
But like Eddie said, it depends. It depends on the degree. Like I myself, I have a degree in economics. And
Oh, this is
marketing.
working out.
So there was a future. There was.
Well, you always have a
potential
backup plan.
Yeah.
You have a backup plan.
Yeah.
I get that, Jamie. What bothers me is these college kids that think what they say and do is so important.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's going to make a difference.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, guys.
That starts
Because
with
we don't care what you do. No one
Again,
does.
you have certain people who are telling
You're
their
changing the
kids-
world. You're
You're the one
not.
that changed the world.
Sky, how many kids graduate college a year? I have no idea. Let's say a couple
many.
100,000,
Way
right?
too many.
Let's say a couple. How many of them are going to change the world? What
I-
are you talking
when
about?
I
maybe,
got my-
maybe two. Maybe two.
When I got my
Maybe.
sociology
What are you talking
degree,
about?
I was like, changing the world.
And what happened?
Well, I went into radio and then
Yeah.
started,
Are you changing the world?
doing beer runs.
Beer runs.
A little bit in my own fun way.
No, definitely not fun.
I feel like this is a blanket statement, Thor. I think some of the kids are good. I understand you were very affected when the kids walked out in protest because their parents paid all that money.
This isn't political.
It didn't bother
guys.
me. It's not
This isn't
political. I am
It's not
Jewish,
po-
but it's not political.
It's not political.
Yeah.
It's not political. I don't want to. I save the emails.
don't
It is not
And apparently
political.
your comments too. We're not allowed to do that either.
I'll start coming back.
Okay, no.
Oh,
please
I'll start
don't.
coming back.
You're not allowed to. You're blocked.
So at the end of the day, what you do in
We're
college
opaque.
doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And make a decision. And if you travel abroad, stay there.
Oh.
We don't want
my
you back.
God.
We don't want you back.
Everybody?
Everybody.
So this is just about college graduates.
They're just so annoying.
Okay.
So like, I'm going to New York in a month. Like, you want me to stay there? Or
No,
can I-
New York's
you're
fine.
the exception.
You're
New
the
York's
good.
fine. And
That's
Jamie,
not wrong.
you're
Shut
starting
up,
for that. And that's
Jamie.
not abroad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you're towing the line, kid.